All right, y'all. Welcome back, my fellow hedgers. We got another episode coming at you. The Hedge with Double D.
The Hedge with Double D.
All right. Luckily, I got two of my buddies joining me today. I got Colin. I got Dylan. Colin, thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Good to have you back. Dylan, good to have you back also, again and again.
Yeah, man. I just came back from your house and now I'm seeing you here on the show. I mean, it's it's good, man. Thanks for having me.
Of course, we had to have a little meeting over bratwurst.
Business meeting, planning important things, 5-leg parlays, things like that.
Festivals, bets, parlays, we got it all.
Just having fun.
So, Colin, I'll have to I'll fly you out for the next one.
I love it.
It's a business expense. We'll put it on the the company card.
Yeah.
You might need to get a rental and drive, but we'll squeeze you.
That'll take a little while.
Yeah, that would take a while. You're in okay, and just remind our viewers, you're in Portland, right?
So I'm just north of Portland. I'm in Vancouver, so I'm literally like 30 minutes away from Portland.
So we got the West Coast and we got this, East Coast, South, East, we're on the Eastern time. So me and Dawson are talking about that, Colin. We're like, or talking about that, Colin, about how we got that good West Coast perspective. We got the guy, we got the thing. And anyway, always good to see you on here, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Colin, do you like since you lived in Memphis also, do you like games starting Central Time or your time zone now on the West Coast?
I love the West Coast time slot because it's especially I'm so excited because I moved here in December, so super stoked for football season when I can literally wake up and games start at 10.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah. Roll out of bed and it's kickoff.
Yeah,
yes.
You got to wait till 1 o'clock here. I hate
it. You'll be up. I know Colin's he's a true football fan. He'll be up at watching college game day at 2 a.m.
It'll happen.
Yeah, we all been there.
That's true. That's funny. So yeah, Corsa's making his picks 9 a.m. your time, putting the hat on.
Yeah, get up, wake up.
All right. Well, we'll do a quick recap of last night's game. In general, guys, we're struggling. We're taking a beating. It's got to turn around. So I don't even need to show the sheet. We lost all 4 bets yesterday, so that's unfortunate. We're still up total in units, so that's okay, but getting close. And we technically haven't lost all the bets from yesterday because remember, Dylan and I did put a little future bet on the Heat to win the series. So
yeah,
we thought we had good odds at -170 there. So don't forget that one. We'll come back and see if that hits in a couple days, hopefully. So, but the game itself was the Lakers and Nuggets game. We all thought the Lakers were going to bounce back and win. We thought they had their backs against the wall. And I mean, oh man, even from the first quarter, it was like, wow, Jokic isn't scoring. He's in foul trouble. But Jamal Murray is just was going off.
Yeah.
He never stopped. And then Jokic kind of got it together. But I mean, it was just the Heat. I mean, the Lakers, again, struggled with shooting. Austin Reeves showed up big time. But the rest of them, I mean, AD and LeBron kind of did their thing, but they needed more out of them. And all the role players, they needed more out of them. So
Reeves did show up for sure, though. Colin, your guy, I don't know, you weren't here yesterday, but we had to ride the Reeves train again in our parlay.
He did.
You got
he was the leg that hit in our parlays. Unfortunately, the other legs did not hit. But
yes, he was involved.
His points, his 2 3-pointers always hit. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been solid, but unfortunately, we missed the other guys.
Yeah. It looks like it's basically over for the Lakers. I don't know, Colin. I felt like I cut you off there. What were you about to say?
Oh no, you're good. It's when the NBA put Scott Foster for Game 3 in LA, you kind of assume that they're gonna at least get one, and he tried his hardest, especially on that bogus Jokic 4th foul when he touched him or whatever. But
touched him.
No, I'm super shocked because I thought the same thing. I was like, all right, the Lakers are gonna win Game 3, and then Game 4 is gonna be who knows what's gonna happen. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm thinking I thought Denver in 6 at the beginning of this, and now it's like, is Denver just gonna gentleman sweep this thing at 4-1, or what's gonna happen? Dylan, where's your head on that?
Yeah. Now the Lakers have lost at home for the first time, and Denver's just rolling. I have no confidence, of course, in the Lakers coming back in this series. This next game, it's all. I go back to I've gone to this method of, hey, Denver's on the road. They're up 3-0. They're going to get home. They're playing different right now, and the Lakers might not be able to even take that game at home. But I would think the Lakers would try to get this next one. Just for their home fans, I think they may get it done. But yeah, I mean, it's not on the realm 4-0, 4-1. Like, I think it's done in 5 here or less. So I'm on the same mindset of you that the Nuggets and the Lakers are just not on the same page right now. The Nuggets just look a slap. Like, I mean, it's not like a blowout. It's just they're better every game. So definitely think the Nuggets are going to continue that. But I'm excited to see. Hopefully, LeBron can do something.
Yeah. Yep. No, I hope the Lakers at least win one, pull the series out a little bit. On the bright side, if they do get swept, we'll get to take a few nights off here and there. So.
Oh yeah, we'll actually get to do some research.
Yeah, we get to get a little bit more research, a little
catch
bit more
up.
Yeah, I will say, I have not felt confident about my picks during the Nuggets Lakers series. I feel like I don't know what's going to happen in that series ever. The role players for the Nuggets just like keep playing. Caldwell Pope has had a couple good games. So I mean, yeah, but I haven't felt confident about anything. So we'll see, but we'll focus more on the Heat Celtics game because I feel like we've done a little bit better on that, and I do feel better about that. And maybe I feel like we've talked about this before. Maybe it's because it's the East Coast teams for us. We watch more because they're at a better time zone for us. But don't know. We'll see.
We'll see, man. I'm shook too, so I don't
know.
It might
I'm
be
like Missoula over here. I'm all shook up.
Yeah, Missoula days. I'll be honest. I'm just gonna jump in real quick. If the Celtics, I mean, if they lose tonight, like, is there a bet that like Missoula gets fired before he makes it to the press conference, or like, I don't know about tonight, but it's game 3. Like, what's the over on him making it to next week if they get swept 4-0? He's got to be done.
He's got to be done, I'd imagine too.
With a championship roster like that.
Yeah, the only thing that's working for him is that Brad Stevens is his boss, and he comes at it with the coach's mindset. So, it's, you'd think like they should fire him if that does happen, but I don't see. I think whatever way this goes, I'm not sure if Brad Stevens fires him, unless Nick Nurse is literally like, "Hey, I can coach," next year. Then,
oh yeah,
I mean, you can argue. Yeah. You can argue Missoula is basically an interim coach because he wasn't the coach to start the season, and then they had to just kind of throw him in there.
Yeah, good point.
So, I mean, if someone does step up like Nurse, or honestly, they could just do a whole shuffle. They might even hire like Doc Rivers back, or just someone with experience, or Monty Williams or whatever, the Suns coach. I could see like all those coaches that got fired just like switching around the carousel basically.
Oh man,
we'll see what happens.
I don't know if Boston can handle Doc Rivers again.
Another Doc.
He's gonna be traded. Okay, like Doc Rivers is like one of the only coaches I've ever seen that gets traded.
I didn't know that was a thing until it happened.
I didn't know that was a thing. That was dumb. I mean, that was epic. He's like, he's like, dude, you can't fire me. You can't. You're gonna have to trade me to a team. Yeah. Like, I've never seen that in my life. Yeah. Doc Rivers he's definitely a Hall of Fame coach. I mean, we got to stay right at this point. I mean, he's up there. Do you think I mean, that's another discussion, of course, but
yeah, that would be interesting. I think he's only won one championship, right? With Boston. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, one. Yeah, maybe not.
He's been around for so long. He's got a lot of winning. So yeah, it's hard to say, but yeah, we'll get that. That's a conversation for another day. A nice slow summer day.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. Tonight's games, we got the Heat, we got the Celtics. Let me look real quick at the spreads here. So the total points is 214.5 on DraftKings, and the spread is well, it was -4.5. I have it just jumped down to -3.5.
Oh wow.
Interesting. That's a big move there. And it may have just jumped down to -3. And on the same game parlay here, DraftKings always has to make it a half point. So, or sorry, it may have jumped down to -4. But either way, the Celtics are favored. I mean, like, I think Vegas is just basically saying like they have to win a game eventually. We can't favor the Heat. But the Heat keep taking it to them, breaking the odds, maybe breaking the bank.
They're taking Boston money right
Yeah.
now in Vegas,
Yeah.
and just they're
Yeah.
that line is like, what is that line? What is
Yeah,
-4.5
-9, yeah.
on the road? I mean,
we fell for it on the -9 on the last game, so I'm not.
We
falling
fell for it, and then we're not falling for it again today. We're not doing that again today.
So, and guys, excuse me, like we said, we've been missing a lot, but luckily with my how I've been doing on DraftKings, every time I miss, I get the free bet back. I haven't used them, so I'm going to use all 3 that I have tonight, so that we can't lose any money, and we gotta win something, and I gotta turn it around. It feels like the safe play.
Yeah, let me a turnaround. This is the turnaround.
We have to win. So I'll go ahead and throw my first bet out there, and maybe I'll go to y'all, and then I'll come back to my others since I'm making a lot. We'll go with my lowest odds first. I'm not going to pick the Celtics in any of my bets to win. But this one might be one that favors the Celtics, but I'm just going to do over/under on points. I'm going to start with Jimmy Butler going under 29.5. He's always seemed to be teetering at that like 26, 27, 28, up to maybe 30. So I just don't see. I think it'd be, I don't know. He might go up for like 35, and then one of my other bets is definitely going to cash. I'd imagine picking the Heat. So I'm just going to stick with him under 29.5. I imagine he gets 25, 26, something like that. And with that, I feel like, so obviously other people are going to have to score. I'm finally going to take Bam on the over. So I'm breaking my rules here. I'm taking Bam on the over 16.5. So I'm throwing the points down a little bit. And then I think Strus has a better game, and he's going to hit a couple shots. Basically, it's his turn now over Caleb Martin. So I'm taking Strus to score over 9.5. So Jimmy under 29.5, Strus over 9.5, Bam over 16.5. And that gives you 280 odds.
I like it.
Yep. That's my first one. Dylan, what are you thinking? What are you going with the parlay tonight?
All right. Yeah. I'm going to try to get in the swing of the parlays. The straight bets have not been doing us any favors. So, no, I'm going to do 2 picks tonight. My first pick, it's going to be a same game parlay. It's going to come out to odds at +380. I'm going to start with Caleb Martin, over 11.5 points. That's just his regular total. He's got 25, I think, in the last game and 15 in the game before that. Heat playing at home, I see maybe Jimmy, he's taking a lot of shots. There could be, more emphasis on getting the ball around. So I like him there. He's just been one of those guys. He's been kind of like an Austin Reeves, if you want to give me an analogy here. Austin Reeves is a little more established, but a guy that stepped up in the playoffs and made a big impact. So, and then I'm going to do Tatum over 25 points, and Butler over 25 points, and then Gabe Vincent 2 made threes. So, I think the stars come out. I think Jimmy gets his 26, 27 again. And I think, Tatum's going to get his points too. Somebody's got to score on the Celtics, and that's been the guy. So, Gabe Vincent 2 threes, he's pretty much there every game. It should be, 1 to 2 threes. So, that's going to be my parlay. And then as far as, I'm just going to have to slam it. Colin, I think Dawson left, but you're here for me. So the Heat.
I'm here. Slam it.
The Heat. All right, listen. This is criminal. This is Vegas crime on Boston. This spread is fraudulent. I'm calling it right now. I don't want to see this. I don't want anything to do with this spread. Boston -4.5 on the road. Yeah. We're going with the Heat +4.5. I wanted to even do the money line, but I slammed it. So that's got to be a pick. We got to take the Heat. Boston burned me. Maybe I get burned. Maybe Vegas is, they know something. But I think this is a fraudulent line, and I'm calling it now. And I'm taking Heat plus 4.5.
All right, that was separate. Sorry, my cat was trying to get out, y'all. I had this.
It's all right, man. You got to take care of the cat.
We got to protect the cat.
Can't close the
Gotta
garage
protect
door.
the cat.
It smells so bad from the cat litter in here, so I got to keep the garage door open. All right, so I'm sorry. You had the last one ended with Vincent over 1.5 threes.
Yep.
And then you have a new one with the Heat plus 4.5.
Yeah, just straight up. And
Okay.
I hammered that. You do our one unit there, but just for our viewers there, I mean, I'm trying to come up from out of this. So I don't know. I could get hurt tonight, but I will get hurt with my money on the Heat on plus 4.5 when they're up 2. I just don't get it. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think it's fraudulent.
And is that first bet your bonus bet from FanDuel?
Yeah, first bet is the free bet, $25 bet. So
All right, cool.
so free bet there.
All right, nice. I like that. So we're playing smart tonight. I like the Heat plus 5 too, or plus 4.5 too. I think that's a smart bet. All right, Colin, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, so I'm going to go head first into oblivion. I've got a 2-leg parlay that I'm dying to turn into a 3-leg. But so far, I'm going to go over 214 plus Brogdon over 14.5 points. That gets you plus 231. The last 2 games, Brogdon scored 13 points and then 19 points respectively. So it's right around that line, and I think they're going to need him to have a good game in order for them to win. And so give me that 2-leg. If I added Celtics money line, that gets you to plus 389. My heart keeps getting busted by the Celtics, so I'm going to stick with the 2-leg. But damn it, I want that 3rd leg.
Ollie, did I talk you out of it? Did I talk you out of it?
No, I'm just so frustrated about the Celtics every single time. They should be at least 1-1. And the fact that they're 0-2, the idea that they're 0-3, I can't fathom. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. So.
Yeah. I think you know what? I think there's something to what you're saying. I think the Celtics are, they have to win sometime, right? Like right? Right?
Better, yeah.
And they've done the work on the road this whole playoffs. They've actually played better kind of seemingly sometimes there. So if you feel it, you should ride it. But
you know what?
I'm with you, man.
Dawson, let's ride it. Turn that 3-leg. Let's go. Plus 389.
We talked them into it.
All right.
Plus 380.
All right, give me one more. So that was
We can middle. Hey, man, we can middle. So I got 4.5. You got the money line. As long as you're, Celtics by 3, we're good.
We've already done that
Let's
once
both
with
hit.
Tatum scoring 30, so
Yeah, we can middle. We can middle. I like it.
If I lose this, I'm gonna just have a paper bag over my head the next
the next one.
It'll be fade Colin, and everyone, whatever I say, just fade me.
Well, we upset each other a little bit tonight. Hopefully, I mean, one of us will hit them. If our parlays can go a little bit well before there,
Colin, say that real quick one more time. All 3 of those legs.
Yeah. Over 214 plus Brogdon over 14.5 plus Celtics money line gets you plus 389.
Okay, there we go.
Plus 389.
All right. I got it. All right, man. All right. That's all y'all's picks. I got 2 more I'm going to put down. A couple more bonus picks for you. All right. One of my bonuses is just going to be a 2-leg parlay. It's going to be the Celtics winning the first quarter, but the Heat winning the game. Now, even though those are contradicting, they give you really good odds. So just those 2 picks right there give you 466. So I'm thinking Celtics come out, chip on their shoulder, trying to score. The Heat fans don't get there until midway through the first quarter-ish, toward the end of the first quarter. And so the Celtics take an early lead, and then the coaching kind of kicks back in and takes over in the second half. And Spo takes over, Jimmy takes over, and the Heat pull away toward the end and win a close one. So Celtics win the first quarter, Heat win the game. 466. I like those odds. And like again, it's a little contradicting, but I think it makes sense the way I explain that. So go Celtics early, go Heat late. And one more pick here for y'all. All right. Celtics Heat. I'm gonna trust Jaylen Brown to have a bounce back game. I think he scores. I'm gonna put him at over 22.5 points. He still had like 16 or 17 points or whatever last game, and he didn't play well at all. So I'm gonna say he hits a couple more shots, maybe hits a couple more threes. He's not like 1 for 7 this time. So 22.5 doesn't seem like too much for him to get. And then I think I'm going with Dylan. I think Caleb Martin keeps staying pretty hot. I've got him to score 10 plus points. And then I also think, since they're at home, I think Duncan Robinson shows up a little bit. Hits 2 3-pointers. I think he'll get 5 or 6 or 7 shots or threes, chances to shoot those. So I think he'll bury 2 of those at least, which really helps the odds out and gives you plus 360 on that one. So that's my final bonus bet. Duncan Robinson is probably the one I'm most scared about on that, but
Hey, you're about to cut off, by the way, Dawson, just so you know.
oh, thank you.
Less than a minute.
All right. So that's it. Duncan Robinson, 2 threes. Caleb Martin, 10 points. Jaylen Brown over 22.5 at 360. All right, y'all. Our meeting's about to end. It's going to kick us off. So thank you.
Hey, we got it all in, boys. Let's get this money.
Let's go. Get that money.
Best of luck, boys.
And we will see y'all tomorrow.
See you guys.
See ya.